Oscar-nominated, Cambridge-bred filmmaker shares powerful message about working while pregnant. There's a common misconception that likens pregnancy to some kind of disability, Rachel Morrison wrote on Instagram. Cambridge native Rachel Morrison made a name for herself earlier this year when she became the first woman to be nominated for a Best Cinematography Oscar for her work on Mudbound. On Friday, Morrison stood out again, this time for an Instagram post discussing the stigma of working while pregnant. Morrison posted a photo of herself holding a camera and more than 8 months pregnant. In the photo's caption, she wrote that her impending due date doesn't mean she has to stop working. Ad choice advertising and red invented by teens. There's a common misconception that likens pregnancy to some kind of disability, the idea that women who are pregnant shouldn't be active and can't go about their normal lives, Morrison wrote. While no two pregnancies are the same, I just want to say that for many to most women this isn't the case at all. I just wrapped a feature. Now I'm on to a commercial and I plan to keep shooting for as long as anyone will hire me, knowing in a few weeks I may have to replace myself if I go into labor on set. The point is I am not a superhero. I am just going about my life doing the thing that I love for as long as I can, because the more I work before baby, the longer I can take off after. Which should also be my choice and no one else's. Advertisement. Morrison also talked about the difficulties she faced when returning to work after a previous pregnancy. Physically speaking, I could have gone back to work within a week of having my son, Morrison wrote in the caption. At the time, I lost many jobs because people were nervous to hire me so soon after the birth, but again I say this should be left up to us. Morrison said that becoming a mother has in actuality made her better at her job. Pregnancy and motherhood in general is not a disadvantage and the craft doesn't suffer as a result, she wrote. If anything, the added experience and enhanced empathy has made me a better cinematographer and filmmaker. Morrison's post was shared multiple times on various social media platforms, including by fellow Cambridge native Mindy Kaling and Kaling's Ocean's 8 co-star Anne Hathaway. In sharing Morrison's post, Kaling wrote about her own recent experience of working while pregnant with her infant daughter, Catherine. I saw this on Annie's Insta and was so impressed, Kaling wrote on Instagram. Pregnant women and new moms are a valuable part of the workforce. I worked until 2 days before my daughter was born, because I was, luckily, able, and because my creative partners at CB Grandy, at Laurie's Arweckett, at Spiller Time and Howard Klein supported whatever I felt I could do. I acknowledge how lucky I am to work under those circumstances. Reading Rachel's Insta reminds me that, as employers, we shouldn't be afraid of hiring these women. We work hard, and we wanna work. By Taboola. Sponsored links, promoted links. You may like Hip Van. We bet you can't spend more than $10,000 on furnishing your home. Hip Van and the new paperboy, crying non-stop after being hit by motorbike in Yashant. New paper undwa fashionable, sexiest camo wedding dresses fantasy according to Mana fashionable undo throne. Free online game. If you're over 25 and own a computer, this free game is a must-have. Throne, free online game unto Vikings. Free online game. Play this for 1 minute and see why everyone is addicted. Vikings, free online game unto Top Man Fun. 10 most breathtaking highways of the world. Top Man Fanundo.